Hi, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Dr. Joseph Alban, a doctor of acupuncture and licensed acupuncturist in New York City. I have a special focus on skin health, relieving chronic pain and inflammation, as well as healthy aging. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most common cosmetic concerns I see in my practice: frown lines, or glabellar lines, those vertical creases that form between the eyebrows. You know, the ones they tend to show up more prominently when we're stressed, squinting, or even in deep thought. And I'm often asked, can acupuncture really soften these lines? And the answer is yes. Not only do I see clinical results, but now we have some exciting research to back this up. And we'll talk about that research today. Why do frown lines happen? Frown lines are typically the first signs of aging, noticed in the upper face. They tend to form from repeated facial expressions like furrowing your brow in concentration, worry, or irritation. Over time, these muscles responsible for certain expressions, like the corrugator and the procurus, become tight, and the skin above them lose elasticity and collagen. The result is those vertical lines etched between the brows. This can be made worse by stress, sun damage, or declining skin hydration as we age. And a lot of people turn to Botox for this. But more and more people are looking for natural results from acupuncture as a non-invasive way to reduce those frown lines without any types of chemical injections. So let's talk about the study. We'll dive right in. A new randomized control trial published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology looked specifically at acupuncture for frown lines. The study followed 72 women aged 30 to 59. One group received facial acupuncture along with body acupuncture twice a week for 6 weeks, and the other received no treatment. Here's what they found. Over 63% of women showed visible improvement in their frown lines at rest. More than 72 improved during dynamic expression. That means while we're actively frowning. And perhaps most impressively, the improvements were still visible at a 12-week follow-up, showing real long-term results. That's one of the amazing things about acupuncture, is that it doesn't happen just during the treatment course, but we see long-term results after acupuncture is finished. Participants also reported a greater confidence and better social functioning. And there were only a few side effects, some minor bruising, which resolves quickly, no serious reactions, which is one of the great things about acupuncture, is that it's a very, very safe treatment. So how does acupuncture work? We know that acupuncture works really well for wrinkles like frown lines and in other parts of the face. Let's dive into this both from a TCM, traditional Chinese medicine perspective, as well as the modern perspective. From a TCM idea, facial aging reflects the overall balance of the body's qi, the blood, the strength of it, how it's circulating. This can come from, are we having a healthy diet, poor diet? Do we get enough sleep? What's our stress levels like? This all affects our qi that circulates in the body and the strength of it. So that's one reason why when we do facial acupuncture, we don't just focus on the face. The body acupuncture will help to stimulate the production and circulation of the qi by focusing on acupuncture points on the specific meridians that do that, as well as working on calming down the nervous system. It's very, very relaxing. And the facial acupuncture helps to stimulate the local muscles, stimulate the collagen, the blood flow. It's also pretty relaxing because we often hold so much tension in our face. What we do know about acupuncture is that one way it works is by creating micro injuries in the skin, and that stimulates the fibroblasts to produce collagen and elastin, which are the building blocks of youthful, firm skin. It also relaxes the muscles while not paralyzing it, such as Botox, gently allowing habitual transition in the brow to ease over time. As I mentioned, it increases blood flow, helps in oxygenation and the hydration of the skin. And by relaxing those muscles, it tells your body to relax. And relieving stress is a very, very powerful way in multi issues, not just in terms of facial cosmetic issues, but also in overall health. So what do we do in the clinic? Well, when a person first comes in, we have a customized approach to everybody when it comes to acupuncture, as well as cosmetic acupuncture. We talk about what your major concerns are. We don't just look at the brow, but look at the overall face. We think about your constitution, your stress levels, your digestion, your sleep, in some cases, hormonal health. And we put together all of this information to create a picture of the underlying imbalance that's going on. And we think about, is it qi deficiency, blood deficiency, yin deficiency, or yin and yang imbalance? How do we balance this with the acupuncture locally on the face as well as throughout the whole body? Then we'll use specific facial acupuncture needles to target the specific muscles, target the specific wrinkles, the specific areas, the frown lines, to help stimulate the blood and collagen to go to that area. And then we also, as I said, combine it with body points. Some of the body points might be really common points that are used for so many different things, like stomach 36 and spleen 9 that support digestion, or very commonly liver 3 and Li4, the 4 gates, to help smooth the liver qi and get qi moving. If there's some inflammation or autoimmune conditions, we might do Li11 and Li10. So we combine these different things. Also, a lot of abdominal points for digestive issues or for boosting up the spleen qi and the kidney qi. Generally, with my facials, we also integrate other types of therapies. We use red light and near infrared LED for stimulating collagen production, reducing inflammation, and also improving skin tone. LED light can also be used for acne if we're focusing on that. The blue light specifically is quite good for reducing acne. Importantly, we also add in facial gua sha for helping with gentle lifting of the tissue, reducing the tension in the brow area, and also promoting drainage. It also enhances the aspect of acupuncture that relaxes the muscles to help create a look of lift and gets greater circulation into the face. Some patients will also take customized herbal formulas in order to help boost up the kidney yin and yang. So, in conclusion, absolutely, acupuncture helps reduce frown lines. We've seen this in the clinic for so many years, and now there's this wonderful evidence that is supporting that. Not only does it treat the frown lines, but it also treats the whole person, supporting your overall well-being, getting more qi and blood to circulate, helping people sleep better overall, possibly enhancing your digestion if that's needed, or balancing hormones. So it's a wonderful, safe, natural way to help treat frown lines and facial lines. Thanks so much for joining me on the podcast. And remember, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and also subscribe to my blog. Take care and see you soon. Thank you so much.